Hi, my name is Kat Smith-Taylor. I am an ethicist on the GB team. I am also a firefighter from Merseyside, and my experiences have allowed me to come into the TAP project as a mentor. So it was really great for me actually to learn about how things are going with our age groups and have a bit of an insight into how it's going with our age groups, and try to remove the barrier that we've got between our age groups and our seniors, because it is a big jump and a lot of the time we lose athlete retention. So it was really nice to get involved with the younger athletes and help her through a very difficult transition in her athletic career. She was also starting university, so that's a few big things right on her plate right then. And then as well with COVID happening, there was just so much uncertainty about the way things were going to go, how things were going to change. She qualified for both Europeans and the World Championships as a junior in her first year, which is an incredible feat to do. She had an absolutely amazing season. And then obviously her attendance to the World Championships was almost, it felt like it was taken away from her. She qualified, but she couldn't go. But she's also quite lucky in the respect that she's a first year, so she has 2 more opportunities to qualify and compete there. This programme allowed me to be there for her in those moments, and also remind her that even qualifying is a massive, massive feat, especially at her age. And she should just be proud of those moments and hold on to those moments of the things she's achieved. COVID has taken things away from us, but just looking back retrospectively on what she achieved in those few months that we worked together before all this happened. And also, sometimes we just chatted for like hours about books. It wasn't even necessarily always about her athletic career, but it was just, trying to connect on that level where she could feel like she could come to me with almost anything. I unfortunately didn't have the best mental health throughout the years from a young age. And I hit what people would sometimes call a break point, where you realise that your mental health isn't necessarily all it could be. Mine was, I was unfortunately raped on the 1st of September of 2015. And that was my break point. I realised that even before this happened, I was not a happy human being. And that point in my life allowed me to realise that things could be better. There's so much more to life than just existing. And I sought a counsellor who was specialising in the trauma I went through. And you know what? It's the best thing I ever did. She allowed me to see the things that I was achieving, but didn't recognise them as achievements because I was so focused on all the negative. I never focused on the things that were happening that were good. Like, for example, I won the Birmingham International that year. And the only thing I could think of were the mistakes I made. I wasn't thinking about the fact, oh, look, I've done this thing, it's great. Just think about all of the negative things that surrounded it and all the negative connotations. And this lady really, really allowed me just to sit back and look at the things from a wider perspective, regardless of emotional attachment to them. So this point in my life, when that break point happened to me, yes, it was an awful experience, but the other things it's allowed me to achieve by almost waking up and smelling the roses, like for want of a better phrase. I got help for my mental health, and she also helped me through a lot of things I didn't realise was underlying. And then she helped me realise that sport is an amazing thing, like how it's mentally engaging, it's physically engaging, and all of the different opportunities it was giving you. Like, even though, necessarily say at that time I wasn't having great results, I was still traveling the world, I was making great friends, and I was meeting so many new people. So those experiences that I have had allowed me to bring forward to my mentee that sometimes you just need to slow down a little bit and just appreciate the things that have happened, the things that are just around you, and just taking it back to the little things. So she's gone to university in the middle of COVID, and she isn't getting to know the area around her, which is quite sad really, because she's gone to a wonderful city and she wants to get to know it, get to know new people. So what she's been using is like things like that are within the TAP project. So we've got nature walks, forest bathing, and all of these great little things that you can do. She quite likes to go out, sit on a bench and just watch the world go by. And it's a great thing to do because it's allowing her to get to know the noises, the feel, the smells of her new surroundings. And I'm quite lucky that my mentee was a very positive person to begin with, very, very positive. And she took to these little things like a duck to water. She was so willing to try them. And one of her favourite ones actually was picking up an object and just feeling it and looking at it in the way you touched it in different ways, the different noises it makes, just really appreciating that thing that was in front of her. So it's been quite interesting to give those experiences to my mentee.